Welcome to the Math Record. Today I'll be covering the ICTM State 2018 Division AA Algebra 1, which I'll be answering questions 7, 8, and 12 in this video, and then questions 16 and 17 in the next video. As usual, I'll scroll down all 20 questions, and I'll get the solutions at the end. Let's begin with number 7. Consider this system 3xy minus 2y squared equals negative 2 and 9xy x squared plus 4y squared equals 10. Determine the exact coordinates of x comma y of all quadrant 3 points. So what we could do is that we could just factor out our y, which gives us 3x minus 2y equals negative 2. And I kind of noticed that if we squared this, we get 9x squared plus 4y squared. So we get y squared equals 9x squared plus 4y squared minus 12xy equals 4. And we could substitute it in. So we need to substitute our 12xy. So let's just shoot out our 4. So we get 3xy. Because 3xy, we already know what it is 2y squared minus 2 and equals 4. So we have everything in terms of y now. So y squared, so this is negative 8. And then plus 8 plus 10 equals plus 18 equals 4. So this one's negative 8y fourth. So that's 8y fourth. And then minus 18y squared plus 4. So I just distribute out and move everything to this side. So we have this. So we could factor out, and we could put a negative 4 here, so that makes negative 16, and then negative 2, which is negative 18. So remember, these are quadrant 3 points, so the x and y has to be both negative. So that means y here, 1/4, square root 1/4 is negative 1/2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, square root 2 is negative square root 2. So we have our y values, and now we just need to look for our x. So we're going to use our first equation, and the reason is because there's the 3xy term. So 3xy minus 2y squared equals negative 2. So if we plug in negative 1/2 in here, that's 1/4, which makes negative 1/2. So negative 2 plus 1/2 is negative 1.5. Negative 1.5 divided by 3 is negative 1/2. So x times y equals negative 1/2. That means x here will be equal to 1 because y is equal to negative 1/2, which is not possible because this is a quadrant 2 point and we're looking for a quadrant 3. So we need x and y to be both negative, so this doesn't work. Now we plug in negative 2 in here. We have negative 3 square root 2 times x, and then square root 2 squared is 4 times the 2, is square root 2 squared is 2 times 2 is 4. Add the 4 here, which makes 2. And then x, 2, negative 3 square root 2 times square root 2 over square root 2. Cancel out the square root 2's to make 2 and this 2. So this x is equal to negative square root 2 over 3. So which is possible because they're both negative. So our coordinate is negative square root 2, 3, and negative square root 2. And that is our answer for number 7. Okay, and number 8. The number 2018 has a property that is 3 more than the multiple of 5 and 2 more than the multiple of 3. Determine the sum of the 4 largest numbers less than 2018 that has this property. So what we could do is set this property equal to each other. So we have a multiple of 5, so 5a plus 3, and then 2 more than a multiple of 3, so 3b plus 2. So a and b has to be integers because it has to be multiples. So this is 5a plus 1 divided by 3 equals b. And we'll start testing numbers. So if a is equal to 1, that's 5 plus 1, which is 6, divided by 3 is 2. So we already got our point. So b equals 2. If a equals 1, b equals 2. So they're both integers, and we could just plug it back into this equation. So plug in a into 1 here, or b equals 2, it doesn't matter. So that'll be 5 plus 3 is 8. So our first point is 8, and then every single point afterwards, which satisfy these two properties. So for that to happen, just multiply 5 and 3, which is 15, and then just put another variable, which is x, and that will be another integer. So every single number that follows this pattern will be a multiple of 5 that's 3 more than it, and a multiple of 3 and 2 more than it. So this number has to be less than 2018, right? Because that's what they said. So then we just use our calculator. So 2018 minus 8 divided by 15 is 134. So it has to be less than it. So the next four numbers is 133, 132, 131, and 130. And if you plug it in, we get 2003, and then we get 1988, 1973, and 1958. And to add all these four numbers up, 1988, 1973, 1958, and we get 7,922. And that is our answer for number 8. Okay, now let's work with number 12. Determine base b for which 0.34b base b is equal to 0.76 base 10. So the trick to this is if we're looking at the 3, which is first coefficient of our base b, which is what we're looking for, and we look at our 0.76, all we have to do is divide them. So you could use your calculator, but if you kind of look at 0.76, this is really, really close to 0.75. And 0.75 divided by 3 is 0.25. So 0.25 is the same thing as 1/4. And what we're looking for b, how it kind of works with base change, is 3 times b to the negative 1 plus 4 times b to the negative 2. So if we're looking for the 3 and it has to be 1 over b, that means b is probably going to be 4, but that's not possible because for base change, for any base number, the base has to be higher than all its digits. So we can't have b is equal to 4 because there's already a 4 in 0.34. So the next highest would be 5. So b is equal to 5. And that's probably going to be true, but let's just check it to make sure. So then we have 3 times 1/5 plus 4 times 1 over 25. So this is 15 over 25 plus the 4 is 19 over 25, which is 0.76. So b is equal to 5. And that's your answer for number 12. And that's all you had to know. And then, as promised, here are all answers for all 20 questions. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next math record.